Yeah? What's your distress? Talk to me.
How refreshing. The whole "I'm honored to serve you, revered master" does get tiresome. Master Sumali, I've been following your career. I hear you have a special interest in the Void Wolf.
Is there something I should know?
I was hoping you might want to hurt him. And save a life while you're at it.
And here I thought when you joined the temple you were done chasing street scum. Welcome back.
We're at war. We all serve how we know best.
Alright, let's pretend I trust you. Why are you calling me?
Risha, do you remember Char's Kartur?
What did they used to call us? The Triple Threat? Didn't she join the SIS?
One of their top agents. When you took out the White Maw's cloaking abilities on Hoth, it drew the Void Wolf's attention. He went there, and Char's followed.
Alone? Is she crazy?
The Republic sent an entire platoon of troopers to escort her. The Void Wolf's assassins killed them all. She's alive, but trapped on Hoth.
Are you asking me to help out of the goodness of my heart, or is there something on the table?
The SIS is offering a sizable reward. Or they will, once I tell them they are. When I got Charis's distress call, she had taken refuge in one of the Void Wolf's private vaults. Go quickly if you can. I fear you're Charis's last hope.
You spent 100 years being miserable, pal. You're overdue for a little serenity.
Tell me, Captain, how do you choose your path in life? What guides you?
My code's simple. Treat everyone how I want them to treat me.
That is no code. It is wishful thinking. I adhere to the Res Sonare, the core of what it means to be Mandalorian, a sacred law giving us direction and purpose. Education and armor, self-defense, our tribe, our language, our leader, all help us survive. We must educate our children as Mandalorians, obey the commands of Mandalore, speak Mandoa, and defend our clans.
Did you leave out something? I didn't hear anything about serving the Empire and wiping out the Republic.
Every action a Mandalorian takes is because of the Res Sonare. It tells us why we fight and whom to kill. My travels with you have been worthwhile, Captain. Few Mandalorians experience Republic space as I have. Fewer still see the Jedi up close without having to kill them.
I appreciate your restraint. What is it with Mandalorians and Jedi, anyway?
We can only grow stronger through conflict against worthy foes. Jedi are the most respected warriors in the galaxy, and yet they have never truly defeated the Mandalorians. No matter how punishing our defeats by them, we always return. One day the Jedi will bow down before us. There is a method to your madness. When we met, I thought your fighting was driven by impulse, with no strategy or plan. But I began to see a pattern in the chaos.
No, you were right the first time. I've got no idea what I'm doing.
I have been studying your moves for some time now. I have thought of incorporating some of your tricks into my own repertoire. It would certainly earn me the edge of surprise should I be among Mandalorians again.
So, have I been looking any more convincing with the lightsaber? I mean, it's about as much use to me in a fight as a glow-in-the-dark belt buckle. But I figure if I wave it around, maybe it'll scare people off.
You think you can get me one of those?
I'll keep my eye out. This was the only lightsaber we had, you know, in the whole Enclave. I wasn't in the Jedi Academy proper. Never made it that far. My master ran a recruitment center on Nar Shaddaa. I don't think he had the guts to actually bring me out in public.
I thought all Jedi trained at the Academy.
There's always a few who slip through the cracks. I need you to teach me to fight dirty. You'd think I'd be good at that, you know? But when it gets beyond cowering in doorways, I'm pretty much all point and shoot. Show me how you work your magic.
I usually aim below the belt.
I hear that works really well on humans.
You probably think I'm chasing Debrillion's throne to get rich, don't you? Credits are just a means to an end. You must want all that money for something. I've seen what bad leadership does to a place. Alderaan, Nar Shaddaa, even Coruscant. They all suffer because of who's in power. I'm not looking to plunder Debrillion. I want to make it better, run their society the right way. I knew that mercenary attitude was a lie. You're a bleeding heart do-gooder. Admit it. Don't be ridiculous. I'm talking about political survival. Every successful leader has the same strength. They're perceived as generous by their subjects. Give the people just enough of what they want, and they'll leave you alone. That's something the King of Dubrillion doesn't understand. You can't give people what they want if you can't afford it. Maybe Dubrillion isn't as wealthy as you think. It's wealthy enough to support an aristocracy. Of course, they need to get paid off too. I can make this work. It's all about negotiation, and I'm good at that. I'm just thinking out loud now. We should get back to business. The longer I spend here, the more it feels like home. I'm even starting to appreciate Corso. Must be coming down or something. Promise me you'll visit often when I'm Queen of Debrillion. I'll visit so often you'll have to build an extra wing onto the palace. Why not? How about a private landing pad to go with it? It'd be nice to sneak away with you for the occasional break. Go someplace dangerous. Steal something expensive. Mock the bad guys. When you think about it, being queen of a planet provides the perfect alibi. We should take advantage of that.
I knew your whole only in it for the money thing was just a front. Thank you, Captain. I couldn't live with myself if we left Dan Lazine with that pig.
Hardly makes up for killing her husband.
She's probably not the first widow we've ever left, Captain. You just gotta hope it all evens out, you know? Governor's office on Ord Mantell says thanks, by the way. With the disarm codes, they finally got real peace there. It's hard to say if something like that is worth a life.
Shh, keep it down. Close the door. I figured this was the last place the Void Wolf's bloodhounds would go digging, but it won't be long.
Tell me what happened to you.
The Void Wolf's been recruiting. He's courting Huts, the White Maw, hitmen for hire. Anyone who won't pledge loyalty goes to hard vacuum. And he's got enough spies in our space station that my cover was blown the minute I landed. What do you think? Is there a way you can smuggle me up without any of his people or our people catching wise?
As it happens, smuggling's my specialty.
Good, because there's as many loyal guards up there as spies. I need to get past them, not through them, if you know what I mean. I was going to hide in there. It's an automated cargo shuttle full of everything here the Void Wolf thought worth keeping. Go to the space station and get security to let us through, and you're welcome to keep everything in it. I trust you can come up with a story to explain why you're shipping Imperial droids off Hoth.
Stop it right there. I'm going to need your ID, your papers, and a blasted good reason why you're flying in and out of a war zone for kicks.
This is a private job for Jedi Master Suma Lee. You want to tell her you tried to stop me?
Far as I know, our Jedi advisor was killed weeks ago. I think I need to take a look-see, make sure you're not trying to smuggle valuable resources off Hoth.
I wouldn't do that. Master Suma Lee said the cargo is force-sensitive. Non-Jedi can go blind and deranged just at the sight.
I knew it. I knew they wouldn't keep sending bodies down there if there wasn't something special under that ice. Load your ship and get out of here. I'm telling the boys.
Blind and deranged? I can't believe you fell for that. I can take it from here. I've got my own ship stashed a few hangars down. Thanks for the help. You're welcome to any of the salvage in the shuttle. Some of it might fetch a good price. And I'll make sure you get anything I learn about the Void Wolf.
Mission accomplished. Sheris is safe.
I admit, I was wondering what to think of Senator Dodonna's pet project. But you saved a life here, and aided the war. I can say nothing but thank you.
Not a problem.
You are a rare find, Captain. I hope you continue serving the Republic. Perhaps we'll catch up again sometime, Risha.
Not sure my current occupation will bring me anywhere near the Jedi Temple, but maybe.
I hope this war ends swiftly enough that I will not have cause to call on you again.
Set course for Voss, then, Captain? The permits from Dodonna just came through. If it gets me closer to Rogan's head on a plate, Voss it is. I took the liberty of looking into the place. Weird planet. Just made contact with the rest of the galaxy after a Sith ship crashed there. Apparently the whole planet's on the leash to some cult of Force users. Empire and Republic are both playing along. This'll be one to wear your best shirt. And remember to say please. Senator, I'm heading into Voss now. What should I know?
I'm glad you made it here. I'm still having nightmares about those awful creatures Rogan sent to attack me. It won't be easy to find out who he's working with here. We barely have diplomatic relations with the Voss.
I could charm the horns off a crate dragon.
From what I hear, the Voss are big on propriety and obedience. I don't think you're their type. Voss was only discovered a few years ago and promptly handed the Empire its head when it tried to attack. The Republic's desperate to get them as allies.
Is there a chance they're siding with the Empire?
You wouldn't think so, after the Empire attacked them. But since they were defeated, they've been making nice. That's the thing. No one really knows the Voss. But they took down an Imperial battlecruiser without breaking a sweat. And when you ask them, all they say is, the Mystics showed us what must be.
I'd like to meet someone who can show me how to defeat the Empire.
The Mystics are powerful Force users. They have visions of the future which they use to rule Voss society unquestioned. And the Voss have made it clear, break one law and the entire Republic can be thrown off this world.
I won't take any risks that would hurt the Republic.
Why do I doubt that? I've arranged for a native guide, a diplomat named Lokir Ka. He'll be waiting in a private room off the shuttle bay. I sent him files on the beasts that attacked me. I hope he can help you track who sold them.
Hold up a minute. Commander Harada, Station Security. Glad I caught you before the shuttle. I have an urgent message from Ambassador Janik, our envoy on Voss. I'll patch him through now.
I'm sorry to detain you, but as the hero of the Esselis, you represent the Republic. Negotiations with the Voss have stalled, and I'm looking for high-profile help. Are you familiar with the planet?
I'm interested in an ambassador's take.
Ambassador, soldier, Jedi, civilian, we're all outsiders to the Voss. They have little knowledge of the greater galaxy and only recently obtained spaceflight from us, but they're not primitive. Their society revolves around the mystics, Force users who have visions of the future. Those visions guide every decision the Voss make, and the Voss believe they're never wrong.
The Voss only do what their visions tell them?
The mystics see what's coming and declare what the Voss should do to achieve it or avoid it. A Republic alliance with the Voss could be key to winning this war. Unfortunately, the Empire has the same idea. So far, the Voss have refused to take sides, and they've established rigid neutrality laws to keep us in line.
The Voss have to protect themselves.
Good. I spent too much time defending Republic citizens who get into scrapes with Imperials. We need to show the Voss that the Empire only acts respectful because of the mystics. I'm doing everything I can to expose them, but the Voss don't seem to hear me anymore. A fresh face might help.
I'm no diplomat, but I'll stand around and look pretty if you want.
It might get a little more involved than that. I'm staying at a Voss survey outpost, keeping an eye on the Empire. Commander Harada can handle the details of getting here.
Not much to arrange. Shuttle will take you to Voss-Ka, their capital city. Local transport can get you to the survey outpost. Remember, the Voss keep all outsiders confined to the alien enclave, regardless of affiliation. Someone makes trouble, ignore them.
Are you Lokir Ka?
Indeed. May the mystics see no shadows on you, Captain, and the duty to all weigh lightly. I am your honores. Your translation might be chaperone.
Are you gonna make sure I don't kiss any boys? Is hand-holding okay?
No.
Jokes are a waste of time here.
Your mission has touched a nerve. The creatures that attacked your Senator Dodonna are a Gormak abomination.
Is that some kind of Vossian insult?
The Gormak are creatures of war. They create these monstrosities from beasts, set them against us. To spread Gormak creations past the stars violates every law.
Theoretically, if I wanted to buy one of these abominations, how would I sneak it past the authorities?
This is not something Voss do. If you seek criminals, search your people. A settlement in the Minevra caves, called the Exchange.
I thought you didn't allow crime. That's one of the most brutal gangs in the galaxy.
Not our concern. They have done no wrong on Voss. I have been there. I have an academic interest in off-world music. My trade was with a human named Scratch. Perhaps he can answer your questions.
These accusations are ridiculous. The Republic has only tried to protect the galaxy from the Empire.
The Empire offers more power and protection than the Republic ever could, minus the rigid codes of morality.
The Empire forgets. The Voss protect themselves.
Let us pause here. I believe the Ambassador has some introductions to make.
Lord Beldis, speaking on behalf of the Empire. Laren Kai, envoy to the Three.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Ambassador Janik asked for this meeting.
One might even say he was desperate for it.
I'd like to show the Voss something different. An example of everything the Republic stands for.
A criminal guilty of smuggling illegal goods across the galaxy? You can't be serious.
You might want to recheck your facts.
Outsiders lie. Off-world conflicts mean nothing. The Voss look forward. Outsiders look back. I will say no more.
An excellent example, Ambassador. Weak and hopeless. Like you.
The more Lord Beldis talks, the worse the Republic looks. We have to show the Voss what Sith like him are really after.
Diplomacy isn't usually the Sith style.
The Empire already tried to conquer Voss. The Voss annihilated them like they'd been prepared for years. Diplomacy's their only option. We know Lord Beldis has spies in Voss-Ka. Our scouts think he's using some defunct Voss comm towers to communicate with them. The comm logs could prove Lord Beldis' designs against the Voss. I need someone to make it past the Empire's defenses.
Isn't a firefight worse than spying on someone?
If it doesn't disturb the peace or threaten the Voss, they don't concern themselves with it. Get those comm logs quick as you can. I'll be waiting.
Agua topi basta wahota. Chopioa ituta od mishka.
So, you know something about Rogan that's worth knowing?
Kuchusa yomata chitoya at mana matota jispami tamka chirulia.
I assume you're not offering anything for free.
Manchi doti puna puna. Kabo chatungi ma chechu. I kutsig nangki.
Looks like I don't have any choice but to play along.
Kutogi gumpa. Jitwonki atachakapa tonka. Jispoya toka changa goptula dobata.
Spin this all you like, Ambassador. You tampered with Voss communication towers.
Is that a fact, Lord Beldis? I suppose I forged the Imperial comm logs that came out of them, too.
Stop. Neither were present. Both are blind. Those involved will answer. Did you strike against Voss?
No, sir. The Empire beat me to it.
Interesting words. The towers were abandoned. No Voss were harmed. This will not happen again.
I can personally guarantee that, Laren Kai.
You against the Empire, and me against Lord Beldis. I'm not sure which fight was harder.
How can Laren Kai ignore the Empire's crimes?
He's been fed lies and false promises by every outsider he's met. I don't blame him for wanting undeniable proof. The comm logs don't implicate Lord Beldis directly, but they prove he has Imperial spies in Voss Ka. One of them is Malcolm Terrax. Terrax is one of Imperial Intelligence's best agents, but now he'll be executed. We can't let that happen.
You think an Imperial spy will help us?
If we save Terrax, he might talk. The SIS spotted a new Dusk Squadron camp nearby. They're Imperial assassins, and their location is perfect for a quiet execution. I'm willing to bet they're here for Terrax.
I can't believe I'm rescuing an Imperial.
I have to smile and play nice with a Sith Lord. I completely understand. I'll make the arrangements for a deal with Terrax. I just hope he's still alive.
Malcolm Terrax, the Republic's offering you a pardon in exchange for information.
Is that so? I hope you've got more up your sleeve than a blaster. The things I know are worth more than my life. What makes you think I'll share any of them with you?
I'm the only thing standing between you and a firing squad.
It's not that simple. Imperial traitors are death-marked for the rest of their lives. I help you. I forfeit my nice, quick shot to the head. The Empire will hunt me down and make me pay. So for the Republic to give me a fighting chance, I'll need credits, supplies, and transport off-world.
Just so we're clear, I kill double-crossers?
We'll just have to trust each other, won't we? Safe in the arms of the Republic.
I have your artifacts.
Pampawula ji ota kakoga huta nupisto. Kikuna mo. Uban chone alipa. Istin koto.
Why don't you tell me who you are first?
I'm Jella Reneki. Any more than that, I don't say on an open link.
Dobata jimoa tusawa. Mikuna posta morulia.
You understand this is large and unusual cargo with certain transportation issues? Selling it is a capital offense on Voss. You have to buy direct and pick it up yourself.
You want this sale? We meet where I say.
Then we lose the sale. This isn't negotiable. To keep this out of sight of the Voss commandos, we set up shop in the heart of the Gormak war zone. I'll transmit the coordinates now. If you make it here alive, I'll be waiting.
I awaited you in Voss Ka for hours. You were seen everywhere else. If you do not check in, duty requires I accompany you.
You never told me to come back.
I am Honoras. I cannot guard Voss from your influence if you deal in secret. What have you learned?
Scratch hooked me up with Rogan's suppliers. I'll be posing as a buyer.
A buyer? Of Gormak abominations?
It does seem like a lot of bother just to kill someone.
Kunta chuta. Kasuyali kulira.
I will not interfere unless you break Voss law, but I will come.
You can help me find this place.
Wonki atachakapa tonka. Jisabi.
Agreed. Where?
Vota miokrita chobasa. Jiho pokafok.
Even the mystics dare that not.
Piowa ituta odmishka. Boshuda tu.
Captain, I thought I would never find you. The minute I heard you were on Voss, I started searching. I'm certain you have terribly important business, but might you find time to do one small service for a diplomat of the Republic? Me?
Somehow these things never end up that small.
Just hear me out. Her whole life, my sister suffered from a rare form of Misra syndrome. She would have died had I not landed this post on Voss. I was able to arrange for her to receive healing from the mystics.
Quit speaking diplomat and tell me the blasted job.
My sister chose to stay and serve the Shrine of Healing as payment for her treatment. But now our mother is dying, and I have no way to reach her. The whole path to the shrine, it's besieged by Gormak. I can pay you handsomely if you would brave the Gormak to bring my sister word to come home.
If I find myself at the shrine, I promise I'll talk to your sister.
Thank you, Captain. I believe Kindra serves a mystic named Kina Ray. I pray she lets her leave, and quickly. Mother may not last long.
I've been waiting for you. Malcolm Terrax is on a transport bound for Coruscant. His price was steep, but worth it. There's no way Lord Beldis can talk his way out of this. Terrax was in Voss Ka to identify failed mystics. Lord Beldis is offering them an alternative. Joining the Sith.
You either have visions or you don't.
Mystics are tested before the Voss look to them for guidance. Failed mystics pass the tests, but never have a vision. Lord Beldis has found the Voss's weak spot. He converts enough failed mystics, and the Empire won't need an alliance. I'd offer an alternative, but the Jedi see the mystics as a threat.
You don't get to make that call.
Probably for the best. The Order would be furious if they were forced to welcome the failed mystics. When Terrax finds a failed mystic, he sends them to the ruined city, the remains of an ancient Voss settlement. The Sith have a training camp there. If we catch them with the failed mystics, the Voss will have to take notice.
Diplomacy won't seem so bad when I'm through.
If any Voss are injured as a result of your actions, we lose everything. I'd like to talk to the failed mystics myself. Calm me as soon as it's safe.
Ambassador Janik, I'm in the ruined city. There are no Voss here.
I'm afraid Ambassador Janik's comm signal has been jammed. He won't be joining us. It's strange. It's almost as if you want the Voss to condemn you. So far, you've stolen files from Voss installations, freed a condemned criminal, and done murder in the ruins of an ancient Voss city. An interesting strategy.
You can't deny the proof, Lord Beldis.
There's no need. I've broken no law. The Voss joined me willingly. I've given these outcasts a purpose. If one Sith can strengthen a failed mystic, imagine what the Empire can do for Voss. Come see for yourself. Our coordinates are in this console. My acolytes would welcome the chance to show off their skills.
Let's end this boring conversation.
Come when convenient. My acolytes and I look forward to your arrival.
Look, acolytes, another attempt to cast you out, just as I foresaw. Like the Voss, the Republic has deemed you unworthy. They send their best to kill me and end your instruction.
Got it all wrong. Except the part about me being the best.
We will speak the truth.
The Voss refuse us. Lord Beldis is our mentor.
As Sith, we have purpose. We have chosen.
You follow the visions of your mystics. I doubt they saw this.
What have we seen? Combat training, levitation, storms of lightning.
Have patience, acolytes. There are other powers in this galaxy besides foresight. Who else will share them with you?
There are others. The Jedi.
The Jedi fear us. We know only their power. Would they teach us?
The Jedi are waiting for you to ask.
We are willing.
Republic lies. The Jedi will never let you achieve your full potential. I've given you freedom, true power. I won't allow anyone to take it away.
On your feet.
Violence without purpose. This is not power.
Mystics are chosen. We let failure overwhelm us. We must find our place. It may be with Jedi.
Tell all your friends about me.
The three will hear of the Sith's treachery.
We must return. Thank you.
Master Delsa, I had no contact with the failed mystics. The Republic had nothing to do with this.
Yet the Voss claim your agents promised them a home in the Order. Shall I ask them? Any mystic, even a failed one, is raw, dangerous power. How could you offer them Jedi training?
What's the big deal?
You have no idea of the dangers we protect you from. I've said my piece. Ambassador Janek tells me Laren Kai is on his way. I'll leave you to your diplomacy.
I have to admit, when I wished I could force the Jedi to accept the mystics, I didn't think you'd actually do it.
Will the Voss be upset?
Lord Beldis lured the Voss in. They approached the Jedi on their own, and it saved their lives. No matter how the Jedi feel, the Republic needs this alliance, and you brought us one step closer. Remember that.
The lost potentials confirmed Lord Beldis's crimes. I have not come to discuss it. The Mystics have a vision. An outsider will end the threat of the Gormak. We believe it is you.
I'm honored, but there's a lot of outsiders here.
You protected the lost potentials. Our interpreters considered this. The Mystics see. The three decide. The Voss act. You are not Voss. Will you follow this vision?
I always wanted to be part of a prophecy.
A happy coincidence. Ambassador Janek has your instructions. Farewell.
A vision of the Republic helping the Voss. What incredible luck. Let's see where they want you to start. Laren Kai is bound by the Mystic's vision, but he wants to be sure you're prepared. He's asking that you complete the Mystic's trials at the Shrine of Healing, something no ordinary Voss has ever survived.
Tell me what's involved.
That's all I know. The trials are part of the Mystic's training. No outsider has ever attempted them. You'll need to make the pilgrimage to the Shrine of Healing. The guide, Suva Rock, leads a pilgrim camp near the local transport. You make it through these trials, and the Voss will be more than impressed. I'm counting on you.
Suva Rock? I'm interested in taking the path of pilgrimage.
Outsiders are not Voss. They do not follow the path. Even the pilgrims cannot follow now. The danger is too great. The path is blocked. The Gormak kill any who enter.
Why would the Gormak attack here?
War. They strike where they do most harm. The path leads to the Shrine of Healing. Only those who believe may enter. Even mystics walk the path before their trials. The Gormak defile it.
I'd be more than willing to clear out the Gormak.
It is not enough to spill blood. The Gormak have tainted the path. A Voss must cleanse the shrine. The Gormak will attack. Will you guide a pilgrim?
I'm no pilgrim. but I'll keep your people alive.
The Gormak are predators. Move quickly.
Here after all. And I already went and set up another buyer. I assumed you were dead on the trail somewhere. This is my partner. We call him Gormak Zach. He's our pipeline for the precious little beasties.
You have the stink of the Voss on you.
You look pretty human to me.
He's, how do I put this delicately? Gone native. Poor dear doesn't talk to real people much anymore. So, I hardly know what to charge. You're our first client who didn't pay the markup to have the cargo shipped to him.
Who else do you sell to?
Trying to learn our trade secrets? Or maybe you know perfectly well. You think I'm fool enough not to recognize Rogan's top bounty? I'm not making the mistake of taking you on one-on-one. But when the Voss commandos find you here trading in abominations, I'm sure they'll be happy to pitch in.
Captain, commandos targeting your location. They speak of an informant who sent them.
Blasted hairball set me up.
She would trade in abominations, then draw commandos?
Would, did, done.
You can explain the truth. No. With this evidence, I would not listen to an outsider cry innocence.
This was set up by Gormak sympathizers. Does it serve Voss to let them get away?
The evidence is strong. It will take months for adjudicators to sort the truth. If I give you time, you must use it to hunt these outlaws. Leave. That passage will take you to the trail. I will tell the commandos the truth I know. Await me in Scratch's shop.
The Gormak plight is gone. You have followed the path. The shrine may be open to you. Tell Garel Mo of this. He guards the proving grounds. The shrine is for the mystics. He may deny you.
Just watch yourself. The Gormak could come back.
We have learned to guard the path. I will inform Suvarok. Good luck, outsider.
I was told to inform Garel Mo that the path of pilgrimage has been cleared.
That is why I acknowledge you. I guard the proving grounds. The trials lie beyond.
Been a while since I broke a sweat. Might be fun.
Few Voss survive. Your fate is almost certain.
A lot of people have promised to kill me, and I'm still here.
Luck. You have walked the path. You may enter the proving grounds.
I'm looking for a girl named Kendra Gann.
Be welcome. Your pilgrimage was expected, but surprising. Many disbelieved an outsider could enter. They preferred a symbolic interpretation. I will summon her.
May the mystics see no shadows on you, and the duty to all weigh lightly.
I'm not so good with the mushy stuff, so let me just say, he needs your home right away.
Oh, no. Is it Mother? Devar promised he would tell me if... I must go right away. That is, honored one, I humbly beg your permission to...
Even for we who serve, family is the foundation. Go in peace.
Oh, I hope I'm in time.
Your sister is on her way.
Thank you, Captain. When I heard you were here, I just knew you were the one to ask. Please, accept this payment for your trouble. I must make arrangements for a flight to Coruscant right away.
This war is needless. There is no conflict.
You deny the vision of a mystic. Silence! It is not safe here, Honored One. The war you foresaw has begun.
I cleared the path. I have the right to explore.
As you say, Honored One, some dare to question.
Many Voss will die. There should be no doubt. Your vision started this war, Honored One. Will you guide us?
I'm no mystic, but I can try.
We ask only for a mystic's guidance.
You saw a bloody civil war between Voss. After the war ended, you saw the Voss flourish.
The Voss have split into two sides to do your will. We battle until one side achieves victory. The other dies.
The war will lead to peace and prosperity.
Killing each other? What good will that do?
War will eliminate those who would lead us into disaster. We do what is necessary for our future.
At what cost? Countless Voss will die. We follow your vision, Honored One. Should this war continue?
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices.
As you have seen.
Stop. You do not belong here. The shrine is for the mystics. Your vision was proven false.
Maybe I need to complete the trials first.
The trials cannot teach the blind to see. You saw the Outsiders destroy Voska. The Outsiders are here. Voska thrives. You cannot be a mystic. You must leave.
Maybe the vision meant something else.
Interpreters can make mistakes. A mystic cannot.
I am your escort, Honored One. We cannot delay. The mystics have had a vision. The interpreters have chosen you. Your sacrifice will defeat the Gormak.
You want me to sacrifice myself to the Gormak?
A mystic will die. The Gormak will fall. We do what is necessary for our future.
I'll give my life to protect the Voss.
Even a mystic must sacrifice.
A mystic's words have weight. You understand. Move on. Learn to focus. Destroy the source.
A mystic's words have weight. You understand. Move on. Learn to focus. Destroy the source.
A mystic's words have weight. You understand. Move on. Learn to focus. Destroy the source.
We are dying. A mystic must heal those in need.
I just got here. Bring me up to speed.
Keep balance. Take lives to save ours.
I've been looking for some trouble. Is this it?
You surprise us, outsider. You are not a mystic. Still, you persist.
Guess I just don't know when to quit.
The end is near. Only a mystic knows what comes. They protect Voss. The mystics face our enemy. They become worthy.
The Voss are neutral. Who are your enemies?
Gormak. You have done well. I am Jorda. I observe potentials. The trials are perilous. Few survive.
I'm not sure I could repeat that performance.
There is no need. One much like a mystic now protects the Voss. The trials end here.
I'm honored to have completed the trials.
One lesson remains. The trials have given you insight, a vision.
I thought only mystics could have visions.
A mystic will see. The vision is yours. These ancient tablets guide a mystic's thoughts. Meditate, focus. You will find what you seek. Clear your mind. Focus.
Maybe you'll kill me, but not before I show the galaxy that you're a traitor.
What, am I supposed to guess?
Wouldn't hurt you to think about it.
The vision has ended. There is no more.
There has to be more than that.
Visions are often incomplete. Our visions are certain. We choose our response. The trials have ended. Farewell, outsider.
I said the captain is innocent. They said I believe a lie.
Chai kunkuta chichai. Wonki atachakapa tonka. Chisa picha.
I'm not feeling the love here.
Difrata amuma.
Jella laid her groundwork well. The adjudicators believe you lead the smuggling ring. The manhunt will continue secretly to avoid alerting accomplices.
They haven't told Senator Dodana, at least?
Nia patise murshani. Che dona chuba che nanet. Imache chura barganunua.
Does that mean there's an insanely hard way?
Kutogi gumpa. Gigi no lia.
Tell Scratch your decision. I must speak with the adjudicators.
Wanta humpa. Muri rava fupa jipampa.
I don't have a preference. Thrill me with your creativity.
Pachimiki. Kuchusa yo mata chitoya. Nam chikos pa ini gudad ijig liskach.
We need to be dead? That's your plan? I'm pretty sure I heard that wrong.
Nektori na natuta. Ta aitawan. Manchi do di puna puna. Ka mukili mo clunky. Nikmich.
I can't believe I'm even considering this.
Kikuna mo. Ubuka kampak nijit. Kutogi gumpa. Gigi.
You.
Oh.
I offer peace. Forgive me. I did not know what Jella intended, though I would not have opposed her then.
You were helping Jella try to get me executed. What's changed?
Jella has gone too far. I came to this world to help Rogan. Now the Gormak are my family. I will do nothing to hurt them.
If you want her dead, point me to her.
I cannot track her. Jella has turned her back on both Rogan and us. She is trading with Sith, and they demand what all Gormak are forbidden.
What are Gormak forbidden to do?
No Gormak enters the Nightmare Lands. The creatures there are twisted mutants. The Sith will only trade for them. We refused. But they said the mutants would be powerful weapons with our tech. Jella agreed.
That made no sense at all. Try again.
The Nightmare Lands have existed as long as this world. Everything that walks into the darkness is consumed, body and mind. Those Jella took with her were corrupted, changed, destroyed. They are no longer Gormak. Thank you. Those who live, live because of you. Stop Jella. Those she leads turn into ones like this.
Sounds like you're in the market for a new distributor.
You wish Rogan's place? It is done. If you want my loyalty, you have it. Everything I gave to Rogan goes to you. In Jella's lair, you can learn her plans. Destroy the followers she corrupted.
I'm not putting myself on the line for something you won't do yourself.
I will help. I will give you passcodes to Jella's rooms. Talk with the wretched Voss when you are done. They already man a path to the Nightmare Lands. I will seek shelter with the Exchange. While I'm here, my family is still a target.
Outsider. I have been waiting. I bear an urgent message. Stand by.
I am Pefthak Fra, of the Gormakos Commandos. The Mystics have seen you defeat the Gormak. The time has come. The Gormak cannon is almost complete. Voskar will be destroyed.
How did the Gormak get a weapon like that?
The Gormak have toiled for years. We underestimated them. The cannon points to Voskar. The Gormak march forward. The Commandos will stop the invasion. You will stop the cannon.
I'll bring down that cannon. Or die trying.
Defeat the Gormak, then you can die. The cannon feeds on power. We will starve it. The generators are in Gormakos. Eden J will instruct you.
These charges connect to the generators. The Commandos have hidden a detonator nearby. Set the charges, activate the detonator. The Gormak cannon will fall silent.
I'll be there as quick as I can.
Voska must survive. Be quick.
Outsider, Pefthak Fra wishes to speak with you.
The charges have detonated. Voskar is safe. The Gormak are vicious. You have strength.
All right, what's the next step?
Come to the Gormakos camp. There is much to discuss.
It is time. Return to me immediately. Lord Ratchin comes tonight to Lab 68. I promised him a demonstration of the powers we have tapped before we finalize our deal. With this sale, the Sith armies will be invincible. And I will be the richest woman in history.
Lokir, have you heard of a place the Gormak call the Nightmare Lands?
The land's dark heart. It is our shame, a cancer that comes from the Gormak's touch.
What are the odds there's a well-lit highway going there?
No man emerges from the Nightmare Lands sane.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were worried for me.
My countrymen are dull in comparison to you. Do not remember me as one who failed to warn you of your death.
What else do I need to know to stay safe?
To enter the Nightmare Lands, go to our commando checkpoint. The manhunt has not reached there.
Voss is safe. You fought bravely. We saw the cannon. We should have struck first. The Gormak have become bold. Jokul leads them.
Who or what is Jokul?
Their most fearsome warrior. The Gormak were savages. Now they build cannons, ships. Jokul gives the Gormak purpose. They grow stronger.
How are you gonna handle it?
All Gormak resources went into that cannon. Gormak Koss is exposed. We must strike. Raid Saw will lead the commandos.
You will defeat the Gormak. Your skills seem adequate.
I bet you say that to all the heroic spacers.
Outsiders rarely impress.
Jokul rules from Gormak Koss. Their strongest stand guard.
The Gormak have many defenses. The commandos will clear a path.
While Jokul lives, the Gormak are unstoppable. He must die.
Well, that should be easy enough.
The Gormak have killed many. Do not treat this lightly. The commandos strike first. Follow the vision, outsider.
This is our chance. Do not hesitate. Enter Gormak Koss. Find Jokul. Go, now!
Outsider, you are a welcome sight. I led several squads here. We split up to cover ground. The Gormak were waiting. We were ambushed.
A second ambush might finish us off. Any ideas?
Another squad made it farther inside. They reported security fields, weapons, Gormak traps. We lost contact. The Gormak have many defenses. The assault will be difficult if they remain armed.
You've got a brilliant plan, right?
The machines can be shut down.
Mesa! The Gormak were captured! Send help!
Commandos will not escape without assistance. They know the price of victory. You must strike now if we are to kill Jokul.
I won't let the Voss die down here.
You risk defeat. The commandos are not far. I will tell them help is coming. We will continue the assault. Move quickly.
Thank you, outsider. The Gormak meant to slaughter us. Raid Saw has called for reinforcements. We will fight on.
You would destroy Voss. You are the corruption.
I think you're counting your banthas before they're bred. Stop jerking me around and get to the point.
Raid Saw, the Gormak defenses are too many. We cannot reach you. We must fall back.
Gormak told us what would come. It happened as he saw.
Only a mystic knows what comes. The Gormak sees.
You're some kind of Gormak mystic.
Ono mi viscon compreniroi so kong. Ben was droche kamzat trak. Den truon shishivu makun kem shiviza.
Hear me! I'm a Jedi!
Vuose du vraktivisa la tamanyanyawa ima? Dan foi vutagan achnan chok tontai. Vebegor nesafun la dutsino futkom. Nigo wabon giaroi. Kontasavo fatman kap.
Both you and the Voss want your visions to stop.
Kimaki ovadetochong. Amin swango trompabus.
The darkness of the Nightmare Land steals the reason of some mystics. It could give Gormak a mystic sight.
How many more Gormak have entered? There could be others. Gormak mystics.
Impossible. Jokul is not a mystic. We will not listen.
How would you explain Jokel's visions?
The Gormak lies to save himself.
The Commando's called as predicted. Jokul saw the future. This cannot be denied.
We are not interpreters. The Gormak's visions must be judged.
You would set a Gormak among the Voss. Show all that the mystics share their power with our enemies? No. Jokul would bring chaos to Voska. Finish him, outsider.
We have to know more about Jokel's visions, no matter the cost.
You are fortunate the mystics have seen your worth. The three will decide our next move. Speak with Laren Kai and Voska. I will inform Pevthok Fra of our victory. Farewell.
Outsider, you have returned. This matter must be settled in Voska. Ambassador Janik remains at his post.
I've been following the developments in Gormakos. You've done the Republic proud.
The Gormak cannon is silent. Voska is safe. We are grateful.
Are you aware the Gormak King is having visions?
Raid Saw sent word of the assault. His report was disturbing.
Jokel's been imprisoned as far from the Voss as possible. Apparently he's here on your orders.
Jokel should not be here. He is not Voss.
Jokel knew things he shouldn't have.
Jokel might have known the commandos wouldn't reach you. He couldn't have known they would contact Raid Saw.
The mystics agree. Jokel was having visions.
Visions would explain the Gormak's military strides since Jokel took over.
Jokel would use his sight to destroy all Voss. The visions must end.
The Mystics have been seeing the future a lot longer than Jokel.
The mystics can only see. The Gormak are warriors.
Jokel said his visions began after a trip to the Nightmare Lands. Whatever caused them must be down there too.
Enter the Nightmare Lands. Follow Jokel's path. Destroy the source.
If it's something I can blast, you've got nothing to worry about.
You will face other challenges. The Nightmare Lands are a place of darkness. Most go mad.
The Mystics have a ritual to protect themselves. You'll need to complete it in order to reach the Dark Heart.
Just tell me where the action is.
Talon Day will guide you. Find him at the landing site. The Gormak must be defeated. You will return.
I'm looking for Talon Day. I need protection against the Nightmare Lands.
Laren Kai sent word. You follow the Gormak's path. The Nightmare Lands have been since the dawn of Voss. They hold many secrets. Enter lightly, and you will be lost to madness.
There must be some way to resist the Nightmare Land's effects.
The mystic Kida created a ritual of cleansing. It is our only protection. If you hope to survive the Nightmare Lands, you must complete Kida's ritual.
I'm not even sure where to start.
You will need a dark crystal. Several grow in caves throughout the Nightmare Lands. Deadly Veratikai have made the caves their home. Defeat these beasts to reach the crystals. Use the crystal to cleanse the corrupted. It will trap the darkness that drives the mad.
How will I know who needs to be cleansed?
The corrupted wander blind. They will attack. Be quick. After the corrupted have been cleansed, take the crystal to the ruins nearby. Place the crystal before the ancient tablets. Meditate. You will gain Kida's wisdom. The darkness will no longer harm you.
I'll do it blindfolded, just for fun.
If you return corrupted, I will end your misery. Follow Kida's ritual. Only then will you be safe.
I could not let you disappear into the Nightmare Lands. I never envied tales of tragic love, but when I see you, I am filled with poetry.
What do the Voss say about love?
My tears fall to mingle with the rain. I envy its freedom. It may plant its kiss on any soil, and watch the living grass that grows. That is from Adasha Ve, a woman who loves the wrong man. She dies fighting Gormak to redeem her name. It is my wife's favorite.
I think there's a thing or two we outsiders could teach you about romance.
If you return, instruct me. Take this holo-recorder. It is my wife's. She is an adjudicator. Bring back evidence of Jella's crimes. It will be trusted.
I'm glad she's willing to share.
She is virtuous. You have spoken with Talon Day. He is your best chance to survive.
I heal you with Jedi power!
I've completed Kaida's ritual. The Voss are cleansed.
Few outsiders heed my warnings. You are better. You have strength. The Nightmare Lands cannot harm you. Laren Kai sent you here to follow Jokul's path. You are ready to enter the Dark Heart. The Gormak King came here alone. We tracked him from Gormakos into the Nightmare Lands. There are many caves in the Dark Heart. Jokul entered the foulest, the Dark Hollow.
Was he looking for something, or just exploring?
We know this much. He did not seek his power. The Dark Hollow is home to an ancient evil. All are drawn and lost to it. Voss, Gormak, outsiders, beasts. If they still live, they will attack you.
Thanks for the assist.
You will defeat the Gormak. You must survive. The Dark Hollow gave Jokul his power. Find the source.
Aipan walains, maudib kuibans. Jawais from Bamadaga, I house the didam, ni vleladam. Ni ok panai, name in my dains.
I'm more of a deal maker myself.
Ima unmail. Ni pate uvaro wisandan sware kanidede, akja swaluda is. Ni havashun isquis, kaijukai, wijans in haumanai.
What does Selma Kor want from the Voss and the Gormak?
Kipun pate sa East Binsunjay Provetos sa Quimadain Pasab Manasip. Kuipa iswis sokip nikpate sevoptan inins cha fortainana. Ni pate uvara wisandan sware kanidene akja swaluda is.
I think you're celebrating a little early.
Ak usu tondin manan jay liugen kavojanin. Waldufne jamatte javraj.
Trapped in darkness for centuries, I'm finally free. You have my thanks. Few challenge Selmacor's servant and survive. Those who do are his pawns. He showed Jokul the future. The Gormak king ran screaming.
Do you know how Jokul got his power?
A mystic's power was not always a rare thing. The Gormak king sees visions. Beneath his skin, he is Voss still. The Voss and Gormak were once one people. I am their ancestor.
Jokul was having visions because he's really a Voss.
Jokul always had the ability. Returning here to the heart of Voss awakened it. Now Voss and Gormak war against their own. Selmacor feeds on their hatred. If the war continues, Selmacor's power will grow beyond the Nightmare Lands. The Voss and the Gormak must make peace.
Peace won't happen unless they know the truth.
You see things clearly. You're part of a vision. An outsider will end the Gormak threat. You must heal this wound. Tell the Voss the truth, no matter the cost.
Just warning you, I've been known to say the wrong thing, once or twice.
Your words are not the danger this time. They will recognize the truth. You face other challenges. I have seen a little of this new Voss. You seek allies for your own war. The Voss will find the truth hard to accept. They may refuse you because of it.
I don't like to bite the hand holding the credits.
Would you doom our world to save your own? This war will end in truth or in blood. The choice will be yours. My time to rest has come. Go well.
These controls are all that keeps the beasts in check. Without them, they would savage us in a heartbeat.
Do not expect me to take your word for... Ah. It seems you provide a means of testing after all.
You!
I'm not taking the fall for you.
I will leave you to rot. Rogan's rewards mean nothing now. I have found a power mere criminals can only dream of. Attack my pets! She will see what lives within the darkness.
You return from the Nightmare Lands. We will waste no time. The three wish to hear your report directly. I will contact them.
This is a great honor for the Republic. I hope you've brought good news.
Sanvi, Guntamer, Nenji. The three.
So you are the outsider the Mystics saw.
You exposed Lord Beldis. You completed the Mystics' trials.
You defeated Jokul. We did not expect so much.
The Gormak consider us Voss too. They're a threat to us both.
You speak the truth. We hope you know more.
Jokul saw the future. Another Gormak visionary could bring our destruction. This cannot be allowed. You walked Jokul's path. Tell us, how did the Gormak king receive his visions?
Gormak are also capable of having visions. You're one people that split centuries ago. You're fighting a civil war that's corrupting all of Voss. You'll destroy yourselves. You have to make peace.
Impossible! Unthinkable!
You link us to all that is horror.
The Gormak have waged war on the Voss for centuries. Do you realize what you're asking?
Look, I'm just the messenger here.
So you claim.
You forget the Mystic's vision. An outsider will end the Gormak threat. By sharing this truth, the Gormak become Voss. A threat no longer.
All else has happened as seen. We cannot deny Mystic's vision.
Then, it is possible. The Gormak may be our brothers. Everything must change.
I know the truth is hard to accept, but this is what's best for Voss.
We do what is necessary. A Voss does not kill a Voss. All action against the Gormak will be suspended, if we can make them understand. You ask us to join your war. The Voss cannot aid you now.
We understand. The Republic only wishes you the best of luck in your efforts.
There is much to be done. We take our leave.
You put the Voss before your own. This could not have been easy.
This situation is like navigating an asteroid field.
There's no chance of a Republic alliance, but there's no chance of an Imperial one either. All things considered, we did well.
The Republic has done much for Voss. This will be remembered. Your part in this has ended, outsider. You have our thanks.
Jella's dead.
The darkness must come that the light shine brighter. I will set a hearing with the adjudicators.
Maybe I'd better sit this one out. For some reason, judges and juries seem to find me untrustworthy.
You should not live with this stain.
Can't you just bring them the recording and get the whole thing glossed over?
Without judgment, you are guilty. Go to the hearing board in Voss Ka. I will speak on your behalf. I petition Mirev Ka and the tribunal for the outsider.
The outsider is accused of trafficking with Gormak. You take this on?
I do.
You both agree to all proceedings?
We do.
Don't I get a say in this?
To be heard, outsider, follow our procedures.
You are accused of trafficking with Gormak. Testimony.
I was trying to uncover a sophisticated smuggling operation headed by Rogan the Butcher.
The outsiders called Exchange worked with Jella Reneki to sell Gormak abominations.
We must confer. The evidence speaks. This crime is Jella Reneki's. She has been punished.
But you have other transgressions.
It's always something.
For negotiating with Gormak, entering forbidden territory, and corrupting the moral health of an honoress, you owe a debt.
The accusation was trafficking, not...
You speak out of turn, husband.
It was my idea, honorable adjudicators. These lesser crimes stopped Jella Reneki. Punish me.
He's the one who should be on trial here.
That is implausible, but it is Lokirka's choice. Leave, outsider. This is a matter for Voss.
What is it?
Ni at ampumpa poshuda mokili moklanki. O pagthra wanawaga mi punawat. Kabanotase makipuna. Malituta udmishka.
My contacts would not risk hiding me. They say this man knows you. Does Jella live?
By the end, I had her begging on her knees.
Joto getwanga chuska. Nucha kichawa.
I will not see Rogan send another Jella to control us. Would you take our trade instead?
Ouch. That'll be a slap in the face for Rogan.
The Voss know all about you. You need to lie low.
This is not the time for the final war with the Voss. We will not risk it. I should return to my family. Thank you for their lives.
Itisa roda. Kopana chapurko utman gisa? Idwana shoto.
I hear you had some trouble on Voss. Captain? Senator Dodana asked me to call. She's busy defending her decision to send such an undiplomatic ambassador to Voss at a crucial time. Any success learning Rogan's business?
When do we get to smash Rogan's face in?
Your timing couldn't be better. We just received word that Rogan is calling a war council for all his surviving lieutenants. I checked into all of Ivory's bolt holes. The one on Tatooine seems to be the one still active.
Rogan always shows up to spoil my good time. Let's give him a taste.
Hear, hear. I bet I could get a good bid price to see the look on his face. This is your chance to wipe the slate and call the biggest criminal empire in the galaxy your own.
They should make every Jedi kid spend time in a war zone. When you see what real Sith are like, it makes my blood run cold. And don't make any fish jokes there. I'm serious. It makes you see why the Jedi make such a big deal about not giving in to the dark side.
Isn't don't give in to the dark side kind of Jedi School 101?
I never thought I was the type. You know, like all Sith had to be these brooding, sadistic puppet masters. But Master Lauren was right. The road to the dark side starts with things we all feel. Jealousy, greed. They're all the seeds of it. I'd rather spend the rest of my life meditating on a cold rock than turn into that.
I have learned more about the scum who betrayed my clan. Tiari Rook claims he has earned the title Mandalorian. But I heard nothing of him passing the trials of strength and courage required to join a clan.
Sell your services as a Mandalorian without the whole honor and loyalty thing. Why didn't I think?
I have learned more about the scum who betrayed my clan. Tiari Rook claims he has earned the title Mandalorian. But I heard nothing of him passing the trials of strength and courage required to join a clan.
What does it take to be adopted as a Mandalorian?
It is up to each clan. We do not care much for central authority. But no one would accept a new brother who had not shown his worth. I have called myself Mandalorian since I left my mother's side at age 3 to begin training. It is not easy to put that behind me.
Do you want to go back? Live as a Mandalorian again?
My father's training will always be part of me. I had a jetpack and blaster before I ever had a friend. You may be my first. I do not presume to question your choice of crewmates, but I am curious. Why allow yourself to be surrounded by the weak? Only the Wookiee displays any strength of character. He understands honor. The rest are petty criminals.
Petty criminals are easier to manage. When they start complaining, just throw some credits at them.
And what happens when they demand more than you're willing to pay? One thing a Mandalorian never has to question is a clanmate's honor. I could always count on the strength of my fellow warriors. I always sleep lightly aboard your ship.
My fighting style pretty much comes down to, I really don't like pain. Guess who found a potential accomplice in the Dubrillian aristocracy? Feast your eyes on this hollow-embossed, genuine flimsoplast invitation. See that fancy Arabesh lettering? Hand-drawn, in ink, classy. Count Merritt Reneld requests the favor of your presence at a discreet location in the Galactic Senate Tower on Coruscant at a time of your choosing.
Coruscant? Why not Dubrillion?
Coruscant is neutral ground. Meeting at the Senate Tower? That's a gesture of respect. Count Reneld is one of the most popular nobles on Dubrillion. He's also secretly organizing a rebellion against the king. His invitation is addressed to Risha Drayan, royal heir to the Drayan dynasty. He's taking me very seriously.
I didn't think you were broadcasting your true identity.
I had no choice. Risha from Nar Shaddaa doesn't carry the same weight as Risha the future queen. I'm contacting him by holo to arrange our meeting. Wanted you here to help me get a read on him. Opening a channel. Whoa.
This is a tremendous moment, your royal heiress. I grew up hearing tales of the Drayan dynasty, the great battles your ancestors fought. I never believed I'd meet a member of that proud bloodline in person. You have my deepest sympathies for your family's exile.
Risha wants back into Dubrillion politics. You can make that happen, right?
You must be the starship captain who recovered the crown of Dubrillion. My world is in your debt.
The king wants that crown, and my head. He won't be happy if he finds out we're talking.
The man has lost all reason. He must be removed from power, but in a way that spares our world a bloody civil war. I believe the common people and aristocracy alike would embrace the Drayan dynasty heir, especially if she wears the crown of Dubrillion.
I doubt your current ruler will abdicate just because Risha has a better hat.
The king's power base is already unstable. It will crumble under the right pressure. Right now, you are an outsider. The only way to change that is to marry someone from the existing aristocracy.
Get married? To who?
Well, the only available suitor is... Great stars, this is awkward. I am offering myself in marriage to you.
You sound a little nervous, Count. Is your heart really in this?
Forgive my hesitance. I only feared insulting the lady with my abruptness. The circumstances are far from ideal. I understand my proposal is abrupt, but I wished to make my intentions clear and not waste your valuable time. I certainly don't expect an immediate response. All I ask is that you consider this for the good of Dubrillion.
That'll be easier to do once we've met in person. I'm on my way to Coruscant. See you there, Count. Well, that wasn't awkward at all.
The Count was a lot nicer than most of the people we deal with.
Hard to be sure over the holo, but I'm comfortable enough to meet him in person. Under the circumstances, I should probably take this meeting alone. Be back soon, Captain. Never talked to a complete stranger for that long before. Count Renald gives to charities, builds orphanages, creates wildlife preserves, and those are just his hobbies. You ever consider we've been wasting our lives?
Somebody's got a crush on Count Nice Guy.
He is nice, but I'm not rushing into anything. I told the Count I needed time to think about his proposal. That'll give me a chance to run a deep background check. If this guy is as good as he seems, he just might help me overthrow the king without getting married. Count Renald is a man of his word. He sends me daily updates about his rebellion's progress. Incredibly sweet, beautifully written updates. I knew taking Debrillion's throne would be a challenge, but this is getting complicated. Merritt's every bit the man he appears to be. Even the dirt I've dug up on him turned out clean.
It's Merritt now, huh? Sounds like you two are getting downright chummy.
He keeps insisting I not refer to him so formally. It's cute. Nothing about this guy triggers warning bells. When it comes to husbands, I could do a lot worse. I'll stop bothering you. I needed to talk, and you're the only person who understands me.
I'm always here if you need me.
I'm sure there's trouble somewhere with our name on it. What do you say we go take all its credits? I was prepared for almost anything if it meant becoming queen. Foiling assassination attempts, fighting wars, bunking on this ship for years. Just kidding. Marrying the Count was never part of the plan. Can I really do that?
I'm trying to think of what I wouldn't do to become rich and powerful. Nope, I got nothing.
I've seen how your eyes wander every time we land on a new planet. You might get married, but could you stay that way? Ugh, I hadn't even thought about producing heirs. Not that he wouldn't be a great father. This conversation's officially given me a headache. Let's go do something outrageous.